got the, you got the Orris tattoo, Rich. Here, I was struggling with the setup here because I have no idea where I put my tripod, because I move around a lot and change offices a lot, and I have no idea where it went. And I hope this is not the second tripod that I have messed up with, because this one was really good. You could use it as a what do you call it, like a stick, like a selfie stick, but you could also use it as like a tripod. It's it doesn't block, you know, charging of the, like at the place that you charge the phone. But I hope I didn't lose this one. So my setting is not very reliable at the moment. This may fall, but here we are. Let's see, what's better, both sides, just one side? I don't know, just tied up. Okay, how you guys are doing, and how's it going? It's Wednesday. What was that? Okay, it's a Wednesday. Apparently I got a notification from on my old Apple laptop, what it would call MacBook, that I need to install the new iOS, otherwise it's gonna go down. What? You're not even here yet. How is it bye-bye? Hi Dushan, how are you? How are you doing? What's your scent of the day? Let us know what you guys are up to these days. Let me show off my that's I didn't do this by purpose, but look at the nails, and it kind of matches my watch. It has the blue and the blue, and also has, I think this is also goes all together, like kind of. It's rarely that I ever remember to wear kind of accessories first thing in the morning getting out of the house, but today I did, and yesterday I put these, and thanks God they have remained and stay in place. It's kind of called cat eye. It matches my cat's eyes. All right, let's see. So today I pulled out Parle-moi-de-Parfum, the Orris tattoo. I've got some samples from this line. I don't know what they have in there. Hold on, let's look at that. Parle-moi. Tell me about the perfume. Parle-moi-de-Parfum. Fragrance. All right. Scent of the day is 4711 original eau de cologne. Oh, you know, I just gotta try some 4711s. I feel like those would be a good kind of like just fresh fragrances just to grab and like you know, when you in a hot day and stuff like that. So that would be a nice one. Parle-moi-de-Parfum. Hold on. How long the brand has been around? If you have tried anything from the brand, let me know in the chat and in the comments, because I'm curious. So apparently the newest, it's been around since 2016 with opening of its first shop in Rue de Sévigné in the 4th district of Paris, Le Marais. I don't recall seeing like the store, but I didn't specifically look for it. The range of 8 eau de parfum exclusively designed by Michel Almerac, the shop offers the opportunity to enter a laboratory and participate to the development of the next perfumes of the brand. Well, that's cool, isn't it? Raised in the fragrance environment, Benjamin Almerac, Michel Almerac's second son and founder of Parle-moi-de-Parfum, will make you discover what's behind the perfume. Oh, interesting. Hold on, I just want to see this. Get the ad out. The raw materials, how they are collected and extracted, and how the perfumer created the scents. A note from the brand. Is that true? Like that's so neat. If you can like go to the store and just kind of do a little thing in there, and maybe they'll let you try some things, or they look at you in the Doesn't say anything about that. There's a concept. What is the concept? All about the family. Yeah, so he's talking about the founder of the brand, Benjamin Elmer, grew up with stories about the perfume that his father brought from home from work. Can you imagine? Like, that would be so fun. He dreamt of creating a venue right at the center of Paris where the public could discover the finest fragrances that Michel Armarac had always dreamed of creating and staging. Oh, together with Elizabeth, his mother, and Roman, his brother, he designed a space for witnessing the creation of a perfume and discovering the combination of magic and technique, of disconcerting ease and maddening complexity that Michel describes when talking about his work. Wow, that is interesting. Talk about perfume. So apparently there is, they have their stores still there. Oh, they have 2 stores now. Retail spaces at 10 Rue de Sauvigny and 22 Rue de Four. Benjamin has created a lab with raw materials. Then he goes kind of like, he does this process. I guess they're still going on. Oh wow, that's a beautiful shop. Like, the picture of it is also beautiful, like in there. Like, it seems like very clean and tidy. But it doesn't say what would be, like, how can you like arrange that, right? Hi Babush, how are you? Like, how can you, I guess you can send them an email when you're in Paris to see if you can have that experience with them. It's cool. I don't know how, like, is it a formal thing or is it the no idea. It doesn't have a lot of information in there. And they have stores in France, Great Britain, United States, Belgium, Germany, Finland, Poland, Croatia, Georgia, Canada, Taiwan, and Seychelles? Where is the Canada store? Oh, it's in Outremont in Montreal. Oh, well, it's Ash Parfum. Okay, so Ash Parfum, yes, Ash Parfum is a niche perfume store in Montreal. They do also sell samples. Like, I think I've got some samples from Ash Parfum before. They carry a lot of these kind of niche and kind of fragrances that are not like really overly available everywhere. Hi Stefan, how are you? Scent of the day, Oud Nude. Yes, that's, I love Oud Nude. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's kind of like nothing special, but in the same time, it's so good. Like, you just want to go back to it, which I really love. Anyways, next time you guys are in Paris, do contact Parle-moi-de-Parfum if you're interested. It seems like they will let you try stuff in the store with them. So there are a bunch of pictures here too. So there's Instagram, free samples. What is free samples? 2 complimentary samples for all orders of 50 ml bottles, 3 samples for 100 ml. And let's see, a bunch of pictures here. So they have 2 discovery sets that les icons, or I don't know if you say that, les icons. Hi Up and Left, how are you? Hi Pearly. Scent of the day is a Monsieur. Goutal Sabless. I've never smelled that one actually, Off and Left. You gotta let me know what the smell like. So the Parle-moi-de-Parfum 2 sample sets. The one is Les Icons, Icon, I don't know, or Icons, don't know how you say that. And the other one, Les Signature or Les Signatures. It's 20 euro each, and it is the 6. Les Icons is the Orange Hyper Essence, Totally White, Guimauve de Noël, Orris Tattoo, Papyrus Oud, and Mile High. And they are 2 ml samples, I think, and 20 euro, which is, reasonable, really. And then the Signature. So probably, would you say icons, les icons? Yeah, I was going to ask the French resident in house. Le Signature is the Gardens of India, Tomboy Neroli, Milky Musk, Woody Perfecto, Shipru Mojo, and Wake Up World. And that's also 20 euro, which is very reasonable for 6 samples. And I feel like, let me see what is the, I can't remember if I bought, I probably had like a 10% 10% off from Parfums, and I bought the Orris tattoo from Parfums directly. I feel like for a niche brand, the prices of the fragrances is quite reasonable. Oh God, it's taking so long. I think the 100 ml is €165. Hold on, let me see if I can open it. Why is the internet so slow today? Parfums. This website is slow. I want their lilac. Do they have a lilac? Parle is underrated. Oh, really? It's, you know, I mean, for a niche fragrance brand, honestly, the prices are less than designer right now. Like for 100 ml designer. Hold on, let me see. Brands, not brands. Oh, yeah, brands. Oh, it's gonna be right where. Parle, okay, so that's Parfums. Yeah, if you have your first order from Parfums, you will have 10% off. So I made an account and I got 10% off of it. So that's what happened. With the Parfums, so there are different prices for different lines, I think. The Totally White, is that lilac? Oh. I would like a sample. A radiant bouquet of mock orange, lilac, and lily of the valley drifts through the gardens of Parc Monceau. Pure and airy as it is inspiring itself. So it's for 100 ml is $312 for that one. For 50 ml is $195 Canadian. So, you know, I think it's on par with design. Some of the designers really. Totally White, yeah. Is this new? Because I don't know if I saw it in the Totally White. Oh, I don't know if I saw it in the. Fragrantica doesn't have it. Totally White. It's called Totally White. Hold on. Totally White. Oh, yeah, Totally White. Okay, they have it. It is a 2016. No, so it's kind of one of the old ones. Oh, interesting. €165 for 100 ml and 100 for 50. Yeah, like I mean, it's reasonable for a niche brand. I mean, it's hard to find something niche and less than that in full retail price. Anywho, so this is a nice one. So I ended up getting, I also have a sample of, I've heard a lot about Chypre Mojo. I've never tried Chypre Mojo. And I've got a sample of Milky Musk. I have not tried that. Let's see, how is this? Okay, so some of them, like Eau de Provence, oh, it comes only in 50 ml. Okay, so some of them apparently come in 50 ml. Is this? Eau de Provence is lavender fields under the Provençal sun. It's very interesting. And maybe just Parfum doesn't have them in the 100 ml. I don't know if maybe the website itself has them. My internet is playing around today. I don't know why. So interesting line. I would love to have a discovery set to try them all because they all sound very interesting. But the only one I have, and I can't even remember. I may have sprayed the Milky Musk, but I can't remember how it was. Okay, what was it? I'm eating some very bad pralines, but it's still better than Angel's show. All right. All right. Did I miss anything? No. Okay. What is Comet Paradis? So, and then there's Looking for Vanilla. So well, maybe I also have a sample of Looking for Vanilla. So I have that one. Comet Paradis, I don't know what that is. But the name interests me since it reminds me of Comet of Chanel. What? Speak of cocoa butter, tonka bean, or vanilla, you can almost sense their aromas. That sounds interesting. You tried Oud, it's Gucci Pro. Really? No, I have not. I haven't. Shipra Mojo, which is embodiment of sex appeal, triggering an instant addiction to the bergamot, carnation, mango, and patchouli accord. They're all interesting, like really. And I like the aesthetic of the bottle, like how the bottles look like. Where did they go? Yeah. Here, this is how the bottles are. I've got the 50 ml. And I like the aesthetic of bottle, kind of quite simple. And I think like they're not really, but it has a magnetic cap. So, anyways. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's interesting, hey? Like, you know, you can almost pick some perfumers like a favorite, like it's kind of the signature, right? Like I think in fragrances, or they create something similar. It's like Dominic Ropian and Baby Cat. Gardens of India, Milky Musk, Orris Tattoo, Wake Up World, Mile High, Orange Hyper Essence. Someone here? Oh my god. Flavia Vanilla. I've never tried that one either. Tomboy and Totally White. Yeah, I may end up getting some samples from the whatchamacallit, from the thing. What was the lilac one that I read and I wasn't looking at? Totally White? The lavender one. Old Provence. I'm trying to Mile High. I saw something the Ash Parfum had, which I don't see it here. What? Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted here. I just want to see what. Old Provence. Was that Old Provence that I tried? Yeah, Old Provence. Old Provence. Yeah, they have it. They also have it at 100 ml. It's just not on the Ash Parfum. Anyways, going to Orris Tattoo. This is, it's not a mind-blowing, 100% is not a mind-blowing fragrance, or like you would think that if you have had some Iris perfumes, you've smelled something similar to this before, but it's really good. Iris in this one, it's not super powdery makeup-y thing. It's not that. It has actually, in fact, I don't know what it is, but it's something in this gives me a little bit of a. At the end of notes, they only mentioned Orris, which I don't know if that's accurate. But it gives me a little bit of a watery feel. Like it's almost like it has a little bit of a lily or like gardenia or some sort of accord like that. That it gives it a little bit that watery, dewy feel of the Iris. I don't know if anyone has tried Orris Tattoo. Just let me know. I mean, I know Rich has, but I don't know if he's listening here. I was talking to him before. But, yeah, and it doesn't really say, like, Iris by Orris Tattoo is a permanent scented reminder, universal, yeah, it doesn't say much, and on Fragrantica, it only says Orris. But I feel like the Iris in this one, it's more of a floral Iris, for sure, and it's less of, even though the powdery notes, it says in this one, like the second big accord or whatever on Fragrantica is powdery, but I don't feel this is like powdery in a like a going to the makeup direction, or is like a dry powder, you know what I mean? There's a dewiness into this, like, which makes it better for summer and spring and things like that. It reminds me of spring, really. Yeah, when I smell it, it's quite airy. It's not sticky. It's not like a chalk in your throat. You don't feel that. It's quite springy. Like that's what I feel, and probably for summer as well. Now I know Rich likes it, but he does not think that this worth it, and I don't know why. I forgot. Do you think doesn't last long or something like that? To Yes. Okay, I was also going to say this. Like, it's funny because someone had mentioned on Parfumo, this Orris tattoo, and I thought about not even like even didn't even appear to me with the name of the fragrance, but I also thought about ink. Again, if you ever open the bottle of ink, like you know, because I did calligraphy, I did, you know, it's one of my favorite things was the, so when you do calligraphy in Persian, so it's, I mean in Farsi, you use actually a wood, it's very primitive what you use to write. So it's like a wood stick, and they shave the top of it, like the shave the one side and kind of slant it a little bit with the edge, and you dip that in the ink, and you write like that with the with that pen. So it's not like a real pen of like a modern pen at all. It's like a certain wooden stick. Obviously, it's now, if I can, I'll share a picture of it later. And in calligraphy, one of my like, and it's funny, like when I'm looking back, all my life I have smelled things all the time, which I thought everybody would do, like, you know, smell of the ink. And I'm like, I was like, I guess I'm into smell since like really early on. So we would get a full bottle of ink, but then you don't want to open and close a full bottle of ink because you only use a little bit every time. So what I would get, it was like this little, like this deep, like round and this deep containers, and you put some silk threads inside. So what the silk thread does is that silk thread inside and pour the ink on top of it. So it almost makes it like a little bit moisture than a stamp. So when you're like, when you're like kind of dipping into it, there's not a lot of the ink coming up. It's just enough ink coming up. And I just like, it always reminds me of this kind of like opening a bottle of ink, and then like just that the smell that would fill, to me, is very nostalgic smell, and something that I like something very familiar, like close to me in some way that it makes me, it's actually soothing to me, because the lady who taught me perfumery, not perfumery, taught me calligraphy, she was my mom's friend's daughter. And my mom's friend was the principal at our school. My mom was a teacher also at my school. And there was certain, like I would go to her house, and she would teach me, calligraphy there. And it was something to look forward to, because she was older, like she was probably in her 20s at the time, but she was quite accomplished in calligraphy. But it was also something like a refuge for me, like out of like everything. It was just this kind of fantasy house that I would go into, and looking back, I thought their house was very traditional, kind of Iranian house. Anyways, it's very familiar, very soothing to me. And it was kind of relaxing to focus on just my calligraphy and not anything else. There was nothing for the distraction, and I would just like practice there, and she would leave me alone for a little bit and come back, check on me. Anyways, very, very close to my heart, the smell of the ink. But now I'm looking at Parfumo. Someone had said, this perfume is what ink from Acro should have been. That it really makes me think about ink from a squid. I don't know what that is. Something black and deep. It may be odd at first. Also, it smells like Philosopher's EDT from Diptyque, but without the sweet smell from the fig, just the leaves. But it must be the iris root. That kind of natural smell. I layer with Perlier, Caribbean Vanilla. It's a really softer Dior Intense. That one has a, okay. But it did cross my mind, this ink part. Even given that, it still has that dewy floral aspect, but it's not dewy floral juvenile, you know, that it can go into that direction. I feel like if you make something so like floral, it can go like into this kind of a little bit like a juvenile, or like, you know, like I don't want to just stereotype it direction, but it has a tad bit of a darkness because of that ink that keeps it very interesting. I like that. It's like innocence with a streak of something dark. Which I really like that. Probably the name Tattoo. I don't know why they called it Orris Tattoo, but it's it really suits the fragrance. Anywho, so I'm looking forward. Can I go on? Here's Ash Parfum. I wonder if I go on Ash Parfums, they would have a discovery set of this, or should I buy just a? Because the discovery sets are sold out on the website. Parle. So let's see, Parle-et-le-Parfum. Do they have the discovery set? No, they don't have the discovery set as I see, unless it's in a different section. It seems like they only have the 2 ml samples, but I'll take a look, see if any other. I don't know if they are carried like Jovoy or other places, but I'll take a look. Jovoy, I guess that's what it is. Anywho, so that was one. I wanted to talk about Orris Tattoo. So if you have not tried that, try Orris Tattoo. And if you're into Orris, you would love that. So this is Orris Tattoo from Parle. By the way, when I'm talking about ink and Orris, don't think like Muse. This is not Muse at all, like YSL Muse. If you're thinking of that, this is not YSL Muse. That is much more powdery, prominent iris. This is different, like kind of floral iris. And ink on that one is more prominent. I also wanted to show my Orris Parfums MXXX bottle. I know I did a little shorts on this one. I really enjoyed this bottle yesterday. I had one spray to gym and a little bit more later, and with that one spray kind of like warmed up on my skin, and I really enjoyed it. Like it was really good. And yesterday was a little cooler day with some rain later. Totally suitable for that day. It's kind of a cacao, a little bit spicy, that amber. Oh, this is really good, and that kind of airiness of ambergris. So there is that. That's an Antoine Lee fragrance. I think it's 2019. Not sure. You know what I'm curious about, and if anyone has tried it, I want to know if you guys have tried Mother's Milk from MXXX, and what do you think of? Often, if you have ever tried it, let me know, because I may also want to get a sample. Do they have Orris Parfums in here? Ash Parfum? Hold on, let's see. Orris. MXXX. Yeah, I know I have a backup from MXXX. It's such a gorgeous one. And I think I have Scorpio Rising. I want to say I have the Night Flower. Is it the Night Flower or? Oh, I don't know. But I think I have. I don't know if there's. No, they don't have Orris Parfums here in Ash Parfums. Orris. I don't know if any other retailers in Canada have Orris. Wonder. Wonder if any of the stores in Canada they have it, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check Parfum Exquise and see if they have it. I wonder if they do have it. Have you, Stefan, have you been to Parfum Exquise? You live in Montreal, right? Like, I think you do. I have never been to the store because every time I've been in Montreal, I've stuck around downtown, so I have never been that. They had it at Etiquette, yes, I know, but Etiquette is, I know they had an Etiquette because I had tried it there, but the Etiquette is gone, so I don't know if Barbara does have any retailer in Canada. probably said. Now, do a little ASMR. So this is, interestingly, I saw this because one of the sites that I sometimes buy stuff, like one of the discounters in Canada, was selling this, and I had seen this brand in Essence 2025. I think it's in Essence 2025. At the time, it wasn't. Oh, you're in Quebec City, right. I've sent you a million things, and I still don't know. So I've seen him there, and I really liked the fragrance when I tried it there, but it was hard to get it in Canada at the time. And I just saw it on one of the websites that I usually buy from, and I snatched one, and they also had a sale, so I was like, okay, let me get it. The brand, it's called Essay Strikes the Notes. So let's just pull it up. Strikes the Notes. Essay Strikes the Notes. I think this is an Italian brand. Is it Italian brand? Is it born and made in Italy? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's see. It's an Italian brand. Let's change it to English. All right. Hello. Why is it not in English? Okay. Well. Translate. Who is Essay? I don't know if I'm saying it right. His ambiguous personality stands out among the generation that descends from his grandfather, Aurelio. S is a bold woman, but it doesn't take much to make her the most fragile woman. Apparently mysterious, but at times obvious. A woman who wants to win, determined but held back by her fears. Okay. A dreamer whose strong rationality almost seems to clip her wings. Its singular, sometimes bizarre fragrance interpret the implications of its enigmatic nature, describing every character peculiarity. Hi, AM. How are you? A woman's name, typically Italian, gives personality to each fragrance. Oh, so I guess the brand had. I'm talking about Essay Strikes the Note, and seems like every fragrance name is typically Italian, but I mean, the name of this fragrance is Tankaholic. I don't know if that's a name in Italian, but anyways, okay. So I guess S has always lived in close contact with the world of fragrance. His grandfather, Aurelio Cerisa, a man of great personality, opened his first essence laboratory in 1946. Oh, funny enough, right? Like there's a connection between the Orris tattoo, like it was his father, Benjamin's father was Michel, and seems like S's grandfather had a essence laboratory. A family tradition handed down from generation to generation, perfected and enriched through the contribution of younger hands. Essay Strikes the Notes, embodies the values of family, togetherness, combined with fashion. Oh, that is so cute. Like they've put a picture of the girl with the grandfather in there. Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. My heart. Okay. I wish I had a picture of me with my grandfather. I don't know if unfortunately, it's not one in the photos that I brought with myself from Iran. And I don't even know if I have a good one, to be honest. Anyways, here it is. It's just gonna tug on my heart. Okay, so now, so they have, how many they have? Ooh, quite a bit. I think that So SA strikes the notes. The brand started in 2018. Oh, it's like older than I thought. And the newest is from 2026. SA strikes the notes that were made in collaboration with perfumers Paolo Cerisa, Martino Cerisa, and Luca Maffei. Interesting. Anyways, let's open it up. Sorry guys, I have not opened this up ahead of time, which I could have if I cared about your ears, which I do. So I tell you, cover your ears. So there's that. That's the packaging. It's an Mitra-et-le-Parfum. This is 100 ml. I don't know if they come in any other size. So that was that sleeve. That's out. Okay. Ooh. It looks like this. So that is how it looks like. It's an interesting bottle, an interesting cap. Like it reminds me of the like a Victorian hat or something, like a long hat on top and something like that. Anyways, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's like a little pouch, I guess, that when you put it in your purse or something. That's really nice. And here's the bottle, how it looks like. It's actually, you can see the juice inside, and I think it would look a little bit vintagey kind of thing on the vanity. Like it's an interesting cap, and it is it's quite weighty, and it is magnetic. So this one is called Tankaholic. They have 13 fragrances, I think, in the Fragrantica baseline. This one was, I think this one came the year that I was, so it's a 2024, so might have been 2024 Essence that I saw this one. It was launched there, and the notes are vanilla flower, coffee, lily of the valley, freesia, tonka bean, sandalwood, sugar, jasmine, tonka bean, vanilla, musk, and amberwood. Let's see how's that gonna go. Maybe I just don't spray it on my skin because I'm enjoying the Orris tattoo. Yeah, it does have amberwood, but it's not. I have to see how it turns out on my skin. I'm enjoying the like it is tonka bean and vanilla and kind of sweet notes. I'm enjoying the combination, but I have to see how it turns out on my skin because amberwood, how it's gonna turn out, how it's gonna be. So like I have to see. It might be a bust, but it's okay. It's okay. Well, it was a good deal, and it happens sometimes. But I'll have to see how it will turn out. But I'm not in a mood of amberwood at the moment, so I didn't want to put on my skin. But it's there are some fragrances with amberwood that I can tolerate. Like, to be honest, I got also a sample of Dries Van Noten Havana Gold, and I know, I think I know, I tried it a little bit on my skin yesterday. Havana Gold, Dries Van Noten. And that one, I know, I've heard it has amberwood, even though I don't see it on the website. It's on the website, talks about licorice, star anise, and on Fragrantica anyway, tobacco, cinnamon, benzoin, leather, tonka, and cypriol. So it is quite a potent fragrance, like unlike some of the Dries Van Noten fragrances. Like Swarm Alakis and like Neon Garden, they're quite calm, like they are quite, like they're not like screaming, but like Fleur de Mal has a good projection longevity, and the whatchamacallit, the other one, Rock de Mer. I also have Santal Greenery. I really love Santal Greenery from Dries Van Noten. I did like the Mystic Moss. I may want to get a sample of that because apparently Often Lived is telling me they are discontinued. So if they are, then I may just move it and get mine. See, I'm just trying to see where it is on the website. Dries Van Noten, Havana Gold. The prices of these are also gone absolutely insane. Like, you know, I can't believe in 4 years, like, it's almost like what I could get for a 200 ml bottle, now it gets me a 100 ml bottle, which is that's like insane in 4 years, like 4, sometimes 3. So with Havana Gold, what is it talking about? It says, okay, let me just close this. Okay, my God, cookies and this and that. Mandarin licorice accord, star anise, cinnamon, tobacco leaves, absolute, benzoin, roasted tonka, leather accord, and cypriol. It was, I think, like, Wally, if you're watching later, you may enjoy this. I don't know if you have it, you may have it, you may have this one, but I think you will enjoy this. It wasn't too amberwoody, like to the point that I can't handle it. Like, there are some that are super amberwood, and you know, it's hard for me to handle them, but that wasn't like that. The other thing I wanted to talk about, please feel free to like, subscribe, turn on the notification button if you haven't, guys. Like, let's use the support. Apparently YouTube is changing the rules for, like, I guess the monetization or something, and you have to have so much more, like, watch hours and shit like that you used to, like, yeah, 8,000 a year. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. What did I get? I tried one of these new amouages, and I thought I got Decision, but it might not be that. Hold on. Isn't that bad that I don't even know what I tried? I think it was one of the amouages, but okay, hold on, let me see my purchase history what I got. Okay, let's see. Orders. So what did I get? Yeah, Existence. I got Amouage Existence. Because I've been hearing from people, like, saying, oh, how beautiful fragrance it is, and blah, blah, blah. So I ended up just giving in, and I was like, okay, let me just get that one. Amouage Existence. And boy, well, sorry, it's not for me at all. It's so rosy. It's so rosy, and it's sweet AF, to me anyways. And I'm like, oh my God, who even wears this? Like, it's really, what? Some people are crazy. The rose was huge, and I'm pretty sure it had something amberwoody in it, but it doesn't say in the notes, but it was quite strong. Like, I had like half a spray. I had a half spray on my arm. And number one, the cat came to me, and because he likes to lie on me here, and I had sprayed it right here, so it was my arms, and he had to put his head on, and I was like, meow. He did not like that. Neither did I, because it was like a lot of rose, lots of sweet rose, but the performance longevity, if you are into that kind of rose, you may like it. I did smell the incense as well, but it wasn't enough to cut the sweetness, I think. What are people saying? We're talking about clean soapy, but I don't think if this is even clean soapy. It was so sweet. Repurchasing has been totally different in the high summer heat. It didn't when it tried summer. No stringent cat pee like smell. Well, the good thing I didn't do spray a lot. But they're talking about clean soapy sparkling musk, which I don't get. It's like all I could get was a giant rose, sweet rose, and I did not like that, not one bit. It's funny how they're saying how it's kind of a clean fragrance, blah blah blah. To me, it was none of that. Anywho, so that was that, the update about things. Guys, let me know if you've tried any of the fragrances we talked about, including any from the Orris, Parle-et-le-Parfum, the Essay Strikes a Note, and any of the new homages. And tell me if you have any favorites from them and what you like. And if you know somebody that sells the discovery set for the what you call it, discovery set for the Parle-et-le-Parfum. And I'm gonna get some, I think I'm gonna get Orris's mother's milk, and we'll go from there. Have a good day, guys. I love you. Bye.